Deep in the quiet countryside, there was a tiny village surrounded by a dark forest called the Whispering Woods. No one dared to enter the woods after sunset. The villagers whispered stories about how the trees could talk and shadows moved when no one was looking. In the village lived a curious boy named Milo. He loved solving mysteries and wasn't afraid of much. But even Milo had heard the warnings about the Whispering Woods. One chilly autumn evening, as the moon rose big and full, Milo heard a strange sound outside his window. Tap, tap, tap. He peeked outside and saw nothing but swirling leaves. Then faintly he heard a whisper, "Help me, please!" Milo's heart raced. "Who's out there?" he called. But no one answered. The whisper came again, softer this time. "Help." The woods. Grabbing his lantern and his jacket, Milo decided to follow the voice. He crept through the village, his footsteps crunching on the fallen leaves, and stopped at the edge of the Whispering Woods. The trees stood tall and twisted, their branches looking like clawed hands reaching for the sky. "Hello?" Milo called out, but only the wind answered. Then he saw it. A faint flicker of light deep in the woods. It wasn't fire, it wasn't a lantern, it glowed like a floating star. Against all better judgment, Milo stepped into the forest and followed the light. The deeper he went, the stranger things became. The trees seemed to lean closer, and every so often Milo could swear he heard whispers. "Turn back, too late." But Milo pressed on. The glowing light floated further ahead until it stopped in a small clearing. At the center of the clearing was an ancient twisted tree. Its bark was dark as coal, and its roots looked like they were clawing into the ground. The glowing light hovered above the roots, revealing an old, dusty locket tangled in the vines. Milo picked up the locket. As soon as he touched it, the whispers grew louder, and the air turned icy cold. The locket clicked open, and inside was a tiny photograph of a little girl. Below the picture were scratched words. "Find me, who are you?" Milo asked, his voice shaking. Suddenly the glowing light swirled around him, forming the shape of a girl about his age. Her face was pale, her eyes sad. She pointed toward the base of the tree. "Please," she whispered, "I've been here so long." Milo didn't know what she meant until he saw it. Small bones tangled in the roots, hidden under layers of dirt and leaves. His heart pounded. The girl's spirit hovered close to him, her eyes pleading. "I'll help you," Milo whispered. With trembling hands, he used a stick to dig at the roots, freeing the remains. As soon as he uncovered them, the air changed. The whispers stopped and the forest grew still. The girl's spirit began to glow brighter, her sad expression softening into a smile. "Thank you," she said, her voice no longer a whisper but warm and kind. Then, in a blink, she vanished, and the locket fell to the ground. Milo hurried back to the village, vowing never to return to the Whispering Woods. But from that night on, the forest seemed quieter. The villagers said the trees no longer whispered, and the shadows stayed still. And Milo? He kept the locket, a reminder of the brave night he freed the ghost of the Whispering Woods.